How does a fruit or a plant ever come up with this chemical to kill cancer, since that plant or fruit doesn't normally get cancer like humans get?
According to the World Health Organization, 1 in 3 cancer cases could be prevented simply by changing what we eat. That's right, your diet might be just as important as your genes when it comes to cancer risk. Every time you load up with foods like sugary drinks, white bread, or processed snacks, you could be feeding cancer cells. Meanwhile, many foods are believed to block angiogenesis, the process tumors use to grow their own blood supply. In other words, while some foods silently fuel disease, others have the power to starve cancer before it spreads. In this video, we will uncover 5 fruits that don't just satisfy your sweet tooth, but may actually cut off cancer's fuel supply, starving it to death. These are not your ordinary fruits. They're loaded with natural chemicals that help starve cancer cells, reduce inflammation, and strengthen your immunity. And to make things easier, we'll also share easy and practical recipes you can enjoy daily. But before we dive into the fruit basket, let's take a moment to understand why your diet matters more than you think. Studies show that cancer thrives in certain environments, but collapses in others. A poor diet rich in sugar, processed foods, and unhealthy fats creates the perfect breeding ground for cancer by increasing inflammation and oxidative stress. Over time, this not only raises your cancer risk, but also accelerates aging and invites chronic disease. But the right foods, especially fruits, can help you go in the opposite direction. But before we continue, this content is provided for informational purposes only and is not a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Always consult a qualified healthcare provider with any questions about your health or a medical condition. Ready to starve cancer with fruits? Let's get into it. First up, the humble apple, specifically with its peel on, might be doing a lot more for your body than just keeping the doctor away. But what if that same apple could also help keep cancer at bay? The truth is, this everyday fruit may be doing far more behind the scenes than we realize, especially if you don't peel it. While most of us toss the skin aside, that's where some of the most powerful compounds are hiding. The next time you bite into an apple, you might just be doing your body a favor in ways that go beyond fiber and vitamin C.
Within the last year, 6 studies have touted the benefits of apple peels. For example, this one in the Journal of Nutrition and Cancer, the anti-proliferative effects of apple peel extract against cancer cells. We know the more apples we eat, the lower our apparent risk of several cancers. The peels are the really good part, yet are often discarded. For example, apple peel is a waste product of dried apple manufacturing. In one little country, Chile, they throw away 9,000 tons of apple peels a year. It's like 20 million pounds. What a tragedy.
What makes the apple, specifically its peel, so interesting to researchers is a group of plant chemicals known as polyphenols. These natural compounds are believed to play a role in slowing the growth of abnormal cells and supporting the body's natural defense system. One of the most studied polyphenols in apples is quercetin, which may have antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, and even anti-proliferative effects on cells. In lab-based studies, quercetin has been observed to potentially interfere with the development of certain cancer cells by affecting signaling pathways that control cell growth and death.
2 apples a day actually can lower the rate of lung cancer and colon cancer. Why? Because there are natural substances in apples like quercetin.
Additionally, apples are a good source of fiber, including pectin, a type of soluble fiber that may support gut health by feeding beneficial bacteria, an emerging player in overall disease resistance. A 2016 review suggested that regular apple consumption might be associated with a reduced risk of different types of cancers. So, what's the best way to include apples in your routine? Keep the peel on? Try slicing fresh apples into oatmeal, pairing them with almond butter, or tossing them into salads for a crunchy, satisfying texture. They're portable, easy to store, and can potentially serve as a natural snack that supports your body's inner defenses. While no single fruit can cure or prevent cancer, apples, with their rich combination of fiber and phytonutrients, may be a small but meaningful part of a broader health-supporting lifestyle. Second on our list are citrus fruits. They're bright, juicy, and refreshing. But citrus fruits may offer more than just a dose of vitamin C. What if the same fruit you squeeze into your morning water or snack on during hot days could also help your body build a line of defense against cancer? For centuries, citrus fruits like oranges, lemons, and grapefruits have been celebrated for their immune-boosting properties. But modern research suggests they may also contain compounds that potentially disrupt some of the processes cancer cells rely on to survive.
Lemon, limes, grapefruit. Not only are they loaded with vitamin C, which helps your immune system, but they're loaded with flavonoids, one being the detoxification of cancer-causing agents.
What sets citrus fruits apart is a group of naturally occurring compounds called flavonoids, particularly hesperidin, naringenin, and a powerful one known as D-limonene. These phytochemicals are being studied for their potential to block inflammation and support the body's detoxification enzymes, which help eliminate carcinogens before they can do harm. D-limonene, found in citrus peels, has shown promise in early studies for possibly slowing tumor growth and enhancing the body's ability to destroy damaged cells. Some lab-based research even suggests that these compounds may interfere with how cancer cells multiply and spread, though these effects still need stronger confirmation in human studies. A population-based study observed that people with higher citrus intake tended to have a lower risk of developing cancers of the digestive and respiratory tracts. Adding citrus to your diet can be incredibly simple and enjoyable. You can eat oranges as a snack, add lemon juice to your meals, or infuse your water with slices of grapefruit. For an even greater benefit, zest the peel into teas or dressings. Just be sure they're organic to avoid pesticide residues. Before we move on to the next fruit, if you are looking to dive deeper into the foods that can prevent cancer, be sure to subscribe to the Vitazen Health newsletter linked below. Each week, we share expert-backed tips, delicious recipes, and actionable steps to help you live longer and feel your best, delivered right to your inbox. Coming in at number 3, grapes, especially the red and purple kind, might be small, but their potential benefits run deep. They're sweet, bite-sized, and often overlooked as just a convenient snack. But did you know that grapes may hold surprising potential when it comes to supporting your body's fight against cancer? Beneath their smooth skin lies a compound that's captured the attention of scientists for years. The next time you reach for a bunch of grapes, you might also be reaching for a natural source of defense that could make a real difference over time.
Believe grapes should be the only thing you consume to fight cancer, boost your immune system, but the seed and the skin of dark colored grapes and light color contain resveratrol, they contain OPCs, and they contain other powerful compounds that help fight cancer in vitro, which means in a petri dish. But the antioxidants help keep your body's cells functioning well. So
the key compound in grapes is resveratrol, a polyphenol that is most concentrated in the skin of red and purple grapes. Resveratrol has been studied for its antioxidant properties and its ability to potentially interfere with cancer cell behavior. In laboratory settings, it has shown the capacity to block angiogenesis, the process by which tumors grow new blood vessels to sustain themselves. Without this blood supply, cancer cells may struggle to thrive. Some studies also suggest that resveratrol can possibly promote apoptosis, or program cell death, in certain types of cancer cells. While much of the current research is still at the experimental or animal model stage, the biological plausibility is strong enough to keep resveratrol under serious investigation. Grapes also contain other polyphenols, like catechins and anthocyanins, which are thought to reduce inflammation and oxidative stress, 2 key contributors to cancer development. Incorporating grapes into your daily routine is easy and delicious. Eat them fresh as a snack, freeze them for a cool treat, or add them to salads for a pop of sweetness. You can also enjoy them as part of a fruit platter or blended into smoothies. For maximum benefit, choose darker grapes with the skin intact, and aim to buy organic when possible to avoid pesticide exposure. Fourth, we have berries. They may be small in size, but berries pack a punch when it comes to nutritional power. Blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, and blackberries are often called superfoods, and for good reason. But beyond their vibrant color and sweet tart flavor, these fruits are being closely studied for their potential role in protecting the body from chronic diseases, including cancer. The real question is, how can something so simple help fight something so complex? Berries are rich in a variety of plant compounds, but one group stands out: anthocyanins, the pigments that give berries their deep red, blue, and purple hues. These compounds have been studied for their antioxidant properties, and some early findings suggest they may help slow the growth of cancer cells and reduce inflammation, two key pathways involved in cancer progression.
Anthocyanins also feed your gut microbes. Like 80% of your immune system is in your gut microbiome. So your gut microbes love to eat these plant-based chemicals. You strengthen them, they become more diverse, and they increase in number. There's some pretty great, credible research on anthocyanins decreasing breast cancer, colon cancer, and prostate cancer.
Additionally, many berries contain ellagic acid, a naturally occurring compound that may interfere with cancer cell signaling and encourage the death of damaged cells. In some lab experiments, ellagic acid has been shown to reduce the activity of enzymes that cancer cells use to invade healthy tissue. A research study highlighted how these compounds could potentially suppress tumor development in early stages.
Get your freeze-dried berries, eat a package a day. There are protocols, look it up, for freeze-dried berries to fight cancer. The phytonutrients
are
in
in
fruits.
the berries.
Yeah, in the fruits.
Name the berries.
I think it was raspberry. The particular study I saw was raspberries. Yeah, blackberries, blueberries are incredible. Wild blueberries are
It's almost
so good for
every
you.
berry that you can get at the farmer's market.
You don't have to overthink how to include berries in your day. Sprinkle them over oatmeal, blend them into smoothies, mix them into yogurt, or eat them fresh by the handful. Opt for organic varieties when possible, as berries tend to absorb more pesticide residues than other fruits. While they're not a cure or guarantee, incorporating a variety of berries into your diet may help create a cellular environment that is less favorable for cancer to develop. Their rich blend of nutrients and bioactive compounds makes them one of the most accessible and enjoyable additions to a health-supportive routine. Hold up. Did you know inflammation is one of the biggest causes of cancer, heart disease, and aging? And most people are making it worse with what they eat. That's why I put together the Anti-Inflammation and Immunity Smoothie and Juice Guide. 80+ science-backed recipes designed to stop inflammation, boost immunity, and help your body heal. Grab your copy now from the video description below. And finally, number 5, the pomegranate. A fruit as ancient as it is intriguing, packed with bioactive compounds that may help your body stand its ground. Crack open a pomegranate and you'll find a treasure trove of ruby red seeds, each one bursting with tart flavor and potential health benefits. Long prized in traditional medicine, this ancient fruit is now making a modern comeback in the world of cancer research. But what exactly makes it so special? The answer lies in its unique chemistry, which may quietly support your body's ability to resist cellular damage and chronic inflammation.
Okay, so what do ellagic tannins do? Pomegranate ellagic tannins have been shown to cut off the blood supply to tumors, all right, starve cancer, anti-angiogenic, and in fact, clinical studies have even been done in men with prostate cancer showing that pomegranate juice can actually slow down the rise of PSA.
Pomegranate is rich in compounds called ellagitannins, which are converted by gut microbes into urolithins. Urolithins are substances believed to have anti-inflammatory and antioxidant effects. These urolithins are being explored for their possible role in disrupting cancer cell growth and enhancing cellular repair. Several in vitro and animal studies have suggested that pomegranate extract may potentially slow the progression of prostate, breast, and colon cancers by interfering with the way tumor cells grow and spread. One research found that pomegranate juice appeared to slow the rise of PSA levels in men with prostate cancer, indicating a possible delay in disease progression. Additionally, pomegranate has been associated with increased levels of Akkermansia muciniphila, a beneficial gut bacterium linked to reduced inflammation and better metabolic health. This gut immune connection could play a role in creating an internal environment that's less conducive to cancer.
Those healthy bacteria help to lower inflammation in your body. They help to boost immunity so you can actually fight off the cancer cells. All of this actually combines powerfully and activated by food to whatever cancer treatment that your doctor is going to give you, your oncologist is going to give you.
Adding pomegranate to your diet doesn't have to be complicated. You can eat the seeds straight from the fruit, toss them over salads, blend them into smoothies, or stir them into yogurt or oatmeal. Pomegranate juice is also an option, but opt for unsweetened, pure versions to avoid excess sugar. While no single fruit is a magic bullet, a combination of polyphenols and gut-supporting effects may offer meaningful support to your overall health.